got attacked by a pigeon. Bloody pigeon! Pigeon pie. Where's my mate Rob when you need him? Take that pigeon out, Rob. Just attacked me. Well, hello everybody, and welcome to today. Another glorious day in the UK. Absolutely beautiful sunshine. Sweated to get my leathers on, but now I'm out. So let's get on. First time on the rev limiter. Hey! So, how have you guys been doing? I hope you're all alright and that you're enjoying this sunshine. Well, you've enjoyed it, because this will obviously come out later, and it'll probably tipping down a rain by then. So it's been a busy day at work. Sorry, a busy week at work, but now this is Sunday. It's 10 past 2 in the afternoon, so I washed the bike this morning, out on the road. Had some other stuff to do this morning, and I thought I'd pop out in this glorious weather. I mean, it's just lush. Wouldn't it be great if it was like this for half of the year, or just a little bit more than half? That would be awesome, wouldn't it? Hey, high five, buddy! I nearly forgot. So, nothing much else to say really. Just on the way down to meet up with Neil on his Kawasaki Ninja. And we're probably going to have a pootin' about somewhere, but we're not sure where we're going yet. I haven't got a plan. We was thinking of going into Wales, but even though the borders are open and we can go to Wales, unfortunately the cafes and shops are not open, so we'd be mighty thirsty when we got there. I suppose we could always pop into a petrol station and get a drink, but let's see how the day pans out, shall we? I did forget to say in my last video, actually, I said there were two things that I changed, and the first one was obviously that camera mount that I popped on the stem down there. I didn't mention the second thing. The second thing was I've moved the mic on my helmet, or in my helmet. So it was on the right hand side of the helmet, and the amount of wind that was bouncing off the GoPro and just making a right ruckus back there, the mic was picking up a hell of a lot of it. So I thought maybe if I was to move it over to this side, so it was over here, now over here, that would make a difference. And listening back to the footage from the last video, it's still windy, which is unavoidable unfortunately, but it sounded a lot better. So that was a good move. It was a pain in the arse to do, but I did it. And I think it's all the better for it. I don't think I've got this on straight. I've got to mess around with that when I stop. But yeah, it's a good little mount that. I like that view. I like the fact that it captures some of the screen sometimes. So it gives you a sense of scale. I took it off Super View though. It was on Super View, and it was like a mad bend to the edge of the footage, which I didn't like because it's quite close up to me. So I've just put it back to wide view. I'm going to see what that's like when I get back. I'm probably doing all this and you can't see my head at all. It's probably just pointing straight at my chest or something stupid. So I'll have a look when I get back. But when I stop, I'll try and line it up a little bit better. It's hard to do it on a slopey drive. Yay, the pubs are back open. There's people in pubs. Social distancing measures, of course. But fantastic. Might actually be able to get a shandy somewhere. These cars are doing 35 mile an hour in a 60. But what's the rush, as I always say. Should we lose them in a bit? Next opportunity, we're gone. Hey buddy! Hey! And here we are again in Bridgnorth. Right, let's get some petrol in this beast. And then we're ready to rock. And let's have a look in the CAF. See who's in the CAF. This time I'll try and get some footage of some bikes, because that's what this is all about. Looking at people's bikes. I love bikes, all kinds of bikes. Apart from jazz. And there we go, all fueled up and ready to rock. I've got flies going around in my visor. I keep popping up and down. High five, lady. Hey. Who we got here then? Wow, look at that. Oh man, lush colours. Lovely. Oh, I got VW, if you can see it. Beautiful, beautiful, old battered VW. I think it's going to be like a bike show today. What do you reckon? It's a bit late in the day, but oh yeah, still a few here. There we go. We're on. Well, there we go. Nice cup of tea with Neil. Look at these bikes, some lovely bikes here. But we can't hang around, because we want to get out ourselves. It's nice here, I like it here. Everybody's friendly. Rightio. And that way or that way? Awesome! Man, it's super hot today. Super hot. But super. I wanted to actually, when I change the battery on these next, I'm going to put this one on the back, stick you on the back, because if we're going to go into Wales I want to get some nice scenery. I'd rather look at scenery than my ugly face, and I'm sure you would say the same. Man, I've got to say, I'm sorry to say, well, I'm going to say, these leathers are so comfortable. I have got a t-shirt on under my coat, because that two-piece that I bought to put under my leathers, it's actually a base layer, and man, I just sweat to death in it. That's not what I asked for when I went to the shop. I asked for the suit that it should be an all-in-one, and it allows your leathers to slide around, but I ended up with a base layer somehow. So I haven't got anything on my legs under these leathers, and yeah, they do stick to me, but it's all really comfy. Even my boots are really comfy, which I've had lots of trouble with boots in the past, you know, when I was a kid, but I've got these racing boots now, and thought that was going to be uncomfortable over time, but they're not. They're really comfortable. So my boots, trousers and jacket, absolutely fantastic. I'm a little disappointed with my helmet, because my helmet seems to have got bigger, either that or my head's shrinking somehow, but it doesn't fit me perfectly anymore, whereas it did for the first 2-3 months. So I don't know what I'm going to do there, because it was quite an expensive helmet, so I can't really justify buying another one, and obviously I can't send it back because I've had it since January. But I'm really disappointed with the fact that the helmet is now a little bit loose on my head, and I have to push it up every now and again, and I seem to be always looking out the ridge at the top, and it sometimes does my head in. That does pretty bad. But yeah, helmet aside, the rest is good. The gloves as well, they're nice and comfortable. Like I said, the other gloves I had were a size too small. These are bigger and they're a lot better. So all in all, what I'm trying to say, I suppose, is that I'm really enjoying riding, and the fact that I've got this gear on and it's comfortable means I don't think about it. So I just get on with riding, enjoying riding, and don't have to think about the clothing really. I'm a bit miffed that the leather jacket's got no vents in it, so you can't. I know it's got the tiny little holes, but they don't do a lot, unless you're doing 5 million miles an hour. It just would be really good if there was a couple of little vents in it, so we can get a bit of airflow in there. That's my only gripe really, but I suppose that's not what they're built for. So yeah, they're built for the track, aren't they? I suppose if I'm going to complain, I should stick my Oxfords back on. Right, tricky corners. How are we going to get around these cars? There's a bike behind me. I suppose he wants to crack on. The trouble on nice days like this as well today, there's going to be police everywhere, so you're constantly looking at your speedometer, make sure you're not speeding, which is so dangerous in my opinion. You know, the police are just going to be sitting behind a bush ready to jump out. It's bloody ridiculous these days. It can't be good, having to stare at your flaming speedo all the time. Can't be good at all. But that's the world we live in now. Right, there's a straight here if I remember right. Might be able to get round them. Easy peasy. I mean, little blips like that, you know, it's safer to go around a couple of cars like that than it is to poodle around them, especially on little lanes like this. So yeah, every now and again, but it's only for, I don't know, a couple of seconds and then back down to regular speed. It's just sod's law, isn't it? You do that to overtake a couple of cars, and there's a policeman standing there with a gun. There you go. Shut up, Dave, and enjoy the ride. Oh man, it's so gorgeous out here. I hope I haven't got to fly on the lens, because this is just beautiful to capture. What could be better than this? it's just phenomenal, isn't it? If you're thinking about getting a bike, man, you can do a lot worse things, I tell you. It's just glorious. Trouble is doing that, I've now got tons of flies on my visor. Still good fun though. Awesome, mate. Love this road. So I came down this road for 3 years to work, and in a car it was fantastic. It's just so much better on a bike. Shame about the flies. We'll get that cleaned up in a bit, with a bit of luck. I don't want to touch the lens with my gloves, because the last time I did that it just smeared all around the lens and made it 50 times worse. I gotta say it again, I'm gonna say it till I'm blue in the face. This bike is spectacular. I can only imagine what a GSX-R1000 is like, or the BMWs. This bike is just absolutely outstanding. I've just lost my one camera, so I'm gonna pull over in a bit, give them a clean and change the batteries. High five, guys! Hey! Alright, buddy. Nice day for it. Okay. Let's go. Bonsai. Wow, that was a great stop. So we was going to go to Wales, but we've just been told there's literally nothing open there as we thought. So I think we're just going to have a pootle about and then make our way back, which is fine. We've so enjoyed this ride, you wouldn't believe it. So I lost the batteries on the camera halfway down the lanes from Munch Wenlock. But man, that road is just glorious. I was saying on them lanes, I don't know if my battery was going at the time, so I'll say it again. This bike is just, and I'll say it a million times and I'll keep saying it, it's just fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. I can't state that enough. It's pin sharp in the corners, even with a a novice like me. It really does help you out in the corners, and it just feels so easy to ride. I've learned so much riding this bike. I've enjoyed every minute on this bike, and today, coming down here today, was just spectacular. It all just came together today. The corners and the throttle response. Got used to the tyres now. I think the suspension's fine, pressures are in the tyres fine. Just all come together today, and it was just sweeping around the bends, doing what it does best. And I was just along for the ride sort of thing. Fantastic. There's no better feeling than that. So let's make sure we get as good a ride on the way back, and we'll be laughing. I'll have to do a proper review on this bike at some point. I mean a real, a technical review. At the minute I'm just, point and shoot. I'm just jumping on it and enjoying riding it. I'm learning quite a lot about it. So I think it's definitely worth me doing a sort of a longer term owner's review. I think it deserves it. I really wish Suzuki will, sort the emissions out on these and bring them back, so we can get all the, all the latest tricks and tech and whatever. That would be brilliant. But I'll still keep this. I'd never want to get rid of this. So this is my dream bike, would you believe? Little 750. Cramp!
Don't cramp in me hip!
Shit!
Did you see that gravel?
Yeah.
Oh, it's kind of quick.
Okay, I'm sorry, I gotta film this. Shit, man. That's not good.
Ah. Right, we're okay. We're good.
You sure? Hang on, I never got our bikes on. That's horrible, isn't it?
Don't get me foot on the peg. Fucking age, man.
I know, man. It's crap, innit? Cramp's the worst thing in the world, isn't it? Cramp is horrible. I had it in my left foot when we went out the once, and it's horrible. This road's a bit crap. Literally, it's got crap on the road and the farms. So, a lovely little ride. It's now 6 o'clock, so time's getting on today. Busy week next week at work, early start. So let's make our way back up. I haven't seen many push bikers out today, which is strange because it's a lovely day. I thought there'd be push bikers out everywhere. So not many high fives today. Right, so what can we talk about? Okay, so upgrades. What upgrades am I thinking of? So on my next service, which I think is this month actually, I'll have a look in the book when I get home. I think it needs a service right now. I want to look at, while he's got it in bits and doing whatever he needs to do, obviously the oil. I want to put the best oil I can possibly get in it, so I'm going to do a lot of research on that. I want to put some braided brake lines on, and I think you can get a braided clutch line as well, so I'll be doing that. A radiator cover, definitely want one of those on. I'm still thinking about another screen, a double bubble screen, but I'm not sold on one of those at the minute. I'm in an R-ing about that, to push the wind more over my head when I'm riding. And my number plate is not ideal. I want one like Neil's. It's just a square number plate, or well, a little bit rectangular, with the letters on it, and that's it. Mine's got flaming the logos of whoever made the number plate all over it, and obviously where the bike was sold from, that's on the tag as well. And I think I've given you know, a lot of advertisement over the last what's it been now, 8 or 9 months. I really do want to swap that out for just a plain number plate, so I'm definitely going to be looking for one of those. And you know, I don't think there's very much more that I want to do to the bike. I think it's just awesome as it is. It's just those few little things I'd like to do, and then it should be grand. This road is nowhere near as nice going up it than it is coming down it. I think they've dug all this side of the road up to put cable up it or whatever they've done, and it's pretty awful on the left hand side here. But coming down it, on the way down, it was fantastic. My helmet's still going forwards, which is bloody annoying, and it seems to have got worse now it's cooled down today. So I either put a balaclava on my head and boil, or I put up with it, or I buy a new helmet, I think. Not sure what to do. Anyway, let's get it on. Still haven't got the bottle to get that front wheel off the ground. It's the 5-0. Three of them. I'll have to set up a speed trap, no doubt. That was awesome, man. Awesome. Cramp aside, Neil's poor leg. That was a really awesome ride down there. So glad I live this close to Bridgnorth. So all the roads from Bridgnorth are nice, aren't they? I'm so glad you stopped, Neil, because I really do need the toilet. Oof. Okay. Nice little stop. God, son. Rock and roll. What a lovely ride. So we're a little bit late out today, so next time we're going to try and get out much earlier, and hopefully by then all the cafes will be open and we can get something to drink in Wales. That'd be a novel thing to do, wouldn't it? See you later, buddy. Well, it's the perfect weather now. The sun's going down. It's 7 o'clock nearly, and it's nice and cool. Absolutely perfect. So I'm going to say it again, guys, this bike is phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. I love its pants off. Really getting the hang of it now. Absolutely superb. Oh, I can sit up, rest my weary back. So the balance of this bike is just incredible, and as I've said before, I don't remember my CBR 600F feeling as balanced as this. It's just all round so much better, this bike is. Brakes, steering, mid corner, end corner, it's just everything. I cannot think of anything that was better about my CBR 600F. Even the seat, I mean the seat on the 600 was great. This one doesn't, so comfy. I don't get any numbness at all from the seat, and this one's a lot better in every respect to the 600F I used to have. But again, this is a little bit lower than that bike, and like I said in previous videos, I always used to drop my 600F at standing start. It used to drive me mad because I could only tippy toe it. This is perfect for me. I can flat foot both sides. I haven't had any problems pushing it around, you know, the yard, or putting it away, getting it out of the car parks. It's been absolutely perfect. Like I say, there is no more perfect bike for me in particular, I don't think. I'm 5'8½". This bike fits me like a well-fitted glove. It is just so special, this bike is, for me. I just know if I'd have bought a 1000cc bike, whatever brand, whatever make, they're all much of a muchness, aren't they? If I'd have bought a 1000cc bike, I am 100% positive I wouldn't be enjoying it as much as I'm enjoying this little thing. And that's just down to the sheer physical size of the bike. The 1000cc is a bit bigger, seat height as well, more tucked in I would imagine. I don't know, I've sat on a lot of 1000cc bikes and man, they just felt like such big beasts to me, and I'm so glad I didn't fall into that trap of I've got to have a 1000cc, and I stuck to my guns. I could have not have made a better choice. Don't care what you say, I couldn't have made a better choice than what I've got. And trust me, I am totally honest here, if this bike for me was trash, I would absolutely 100% tell you. I'm always honest with reviews. If something's good, rave on about it. If something's bad, tell everybody else how bad it is, so they don't make the same mistake, costly mistakes. And this one is, you can just see why it's lasted so long, these 750s. It's just unbelievably good bike. Anyway, that's enough of me talking crap. I hope you've enjoyed this little ride out. We've had our TT tickets confirmed. I'm going to the TT apparently. We're going to work out all the logistics and whether we're going to get a van or take Neil's van, or there's a lot to think about. Or camping gear, all that sort of stuff. Where we're going to put the bikes, we're going to put them on in the van or on a trailer. But the hardest part, which is getting the tickets, is now done, and we are on our way to the 2021 Isle of Man TT, which I will be like a kid with his first toy, because I've never seen anything like that. I don't think no, I haven't. I've never been to a racetrack. I've seen the monster trucks, but that's about it. I've never been to an F1 track or a motorbike track or any track. Go-karts maybe, yeah. So it's going to be all brand new to me, and my reaction videos, I bet they're going to be something to behold. What do you think? Just got attacked by a pigeon. Bloody pigeon! Pigeon pie. Where's my mate Rob when you need him? Take that pigeon out, Rob. Just attacked me. Anyway, like I say, I really hope you've enjoyed this vid. We're going to get more interesting stuff coming soon when things start opening, and we'll actually get some videos of our destinations and the conversations that we have there and the people we meet. That would be fantastic. So that's why I do all this, to meet people. That's why I bought a bike, is to go out there in the world, places I've never been, and meet folk like you. And again, if you go in the TT, then let me know and we'll hook up for a pint and a biscuit. Alright, but hope you've enjoyed this one, and I'll see you probably next week in the next Motovlog. I'll see you in a bit, guys. Ta-ra a bit.